So,
Okay, here we go.
okay, so with me today is Steve, who I'm going to call you the wizard of, of consumer and business data. Uh, this is probably the most advanced, extraordinary super machine where an advisor can get high quality leads probably for less than a penny. And that's due to artificial intelligence. I think a lot of people have heard about artificial intelligence, and what you can see right now is the results of AI firsthand. And this is an example of how artificial intelligence will actually put out of business a lot of companies. The people who provide lists, this puts every human being that breathes on the planet instantly in front of you more effectively. And then it has systems that enable you to geofence, do everything. And we're talking about a little over $100 a month. Anybody out there listening to this could probably take this and build their own list company by themselves. So Steve, I'll let you just take it from here. And let me just tell you, we have agents, they work in the college planning market, the federal employee market, the IRA 401k rollover market, the Social Security planning market, the business owner market. So we've got a variety of markets. So give us an idea how any of those agents can then just go in their pajamas, get online and pull up leads for the week. I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, so I'm going to go through a full demonstration of the capability of the sites, and I'm actually going to break you into another FMO that I've done this kind of work for and show
Right.
them what we've done and provided the tools to their agents to get them started in doing things. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now, and I'm going to bring up their Nowsite platform. And right here is you're going to see is we've created templated um, websites and landing pages for them for different things. One is for annuities. They also sell a plan that you're probably familiar with called Kaizen.
Yeah, I'm familiar
Also
with that.
life insurance, long-term care. So we've set up, because this is their main products that they sell. So we've already set up, for example, this website for Kaizen for them, a landing page, where each agent can take this same page and they can literally make it their own. Has videos about the product, what it is, hear what people are saying, testimonials, what it can do, where they are. And this is, for agents so they can see it as far as, signing on to it and doing different things. So, that's an example of a landing page. We can show you an example of a one
How
for,
about the one on annuities? Let's look at that.
we're doing annuities right here.
Yes.
So here's one for them. It's let us find the right annuity solution for your retirement needs. And we got a couple of videos on how they work. They can fill in this information. Once they populate this information on the page, it actually enters it into their CRM on Nowsite, because Nowsite has a very robust and complete CRM on the platform. So you don't have to go, that's the wonderful thing about Nowsite. You don't have to go in and out, as you can see when we put this thing together. So you can watch these additional videos here, and then into it on the agent and where you can find him and do that stuff. But let me go right to the beginning of it to show you we can build out some tools like that, so people don't have to worry about building landing pages or stuff like that. It can be all turnkey for the person in doing that. So let's go up here to Salesflow, which is where you can get unlimited leads, qualified leads, and this is the first tool of its kind. What it does is, as Tyrone said, it uses artificial intelligence to basically go out and look out to literally thousands of public websites. And after you put the targeting criteria in there, goes out and searches people you're looking for. So for example, we've set the targeting criteria up here for Houston, Texas. Interest and skills. We're looking for independent insurance agents, insurance brokers, Medicare agents. We're looking for all genders. We're looking in the industry of insurance. And we're going to actually change the age range to all. So we're going to go in here where we can edit the criteria. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the age range and we're going to say everybody. Now, for example, I have a wealth management client here in the Houston market. And if you were in the news a couple weeks ago in Houston, ConocoPhillips laid off about 400 workers. They did a reduction in force. And of course, as you know, in your guys' business, they have about 30 days to roll over their 401ks. So what we did was in here for company, we actually entered ConocoPhillips. And we reached out to their HR department and we got an idea of what positions were being reduction enforced. We put those titles in here. Then the industry was oil and gas. Then we went ahead and we went and got the prospects. Well, that was about 2.5 weeks ago. Since then, the securities firm that I have as a client has reached out and they've actually been able to find over 200 of those people, and they've set up over 30 appointments for 401k rollovers using what's.
Wow.
So, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and since we've got our criteria set up, we're going to go ahead and get a prospect, and we call it following the magenta road. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a prospect by clicking this magenta button at the bottom. Oh, I know what the problem is. I have to do something real quick. I've been in here too much today. I've got to clear my cache. Sorry about that. I should have done this before I got on the call. Every once in a while, especially when you use the tool as much as I do and get prospects, it builds up a lot of temporary files, and so it actually interferes with it. It's a little glitch in the system. The IT department's actually working on it right now. Again, this software is literally less than 2 months old. It's brand new, so as anything with new software, they're looking some stuff out of it. Okay, there we go. Let's get out of there. Okay, let's sign back in. Okay, let's go.
Steve, can you talk about the power of that relationship with LinkedIn also?
Yeah, they've got a relationship with LinkedIn now where they are I forget the term. I guess they're a partner, I guess. LinkedIn, I mean, Nowsite has gotten so big that, and with this tool, that LinkedIn has signed an agreement with Nowsite to be one of the first companies to ever access their data. So if you've used the LinkedIn Navigator, literally you can do away with LinkedIn Navigator and use Nowsite and get the same way to extract search data out of all LinkedIn accounts. Okay, where's Mike? Okay, here we go. Sign back in. Okay, let's go get a prospect. Okay. Okay, let me change one thing here. Okay, now let's go get it. Okay, it's out there scouring those websites. There we go. Now we have a prospect. So we've got Ken Furman. So what do we know about Ken? Okay. We know what his interests and skills are. We know he works with Alex Partners, consumer goods industry. Let's go ahead and take a view because when this got taken up, it automatically put it in the contact management system. So let's go view the contact in there. Let's see what we know about Ken here. Okay, we have Ken's email address. We also have his LinkedIn account. We know he's a male. We know he lives in Dallas, Texas. Here's an additional personal email account. Here's his skills. We know he went to the University of North Texas. We know he's got a degree in international finance. And he's the treasurer and director of FP&A, whatever that means, for Alex Partners. So let's find out a little bit more about him. So we can actually enhance the contact to see if we can find more about Ken. So I'm going to go ahead over here and enhance the contact. Okay, we got some more information about him. We now know what his kids look like. We also got his Twitter account now. We've got some additional personal emails. Let's see what else we know about Ken. We got a little bit more about his education, where he's the director. This is a pretty big organization. It's got between 1,000 and 5,000 employees, and he's pretty high up. So we can see that this guy is actually a pretty good client because it means income-wise, he's probably pretty well up there. And you can see he's got a lot to do with the corporation. So this may be somebody to approach, whether it could be for a personal basis or a corporate basis in doing this. So we like him. So what we're going to do is then we're going to attach him to a list. And in this case, we're going to attach him to Kaizen because I know I'm familiar with the program. And it can actually be a deferred compensation vehicle as well. So that may be good for the corporate side in doing that. I may also want to attach them to the annuities, but right now I'm just going to do Kaizen. So now what I'm going to do is now that I did that, there is a Kaizen drip email campaign already designed to start dripping once I put him on that list. So starting right now, Ken is now being put on a drip email campaign sent to his email address right here at Alex Partners. So we're ready to go from there. We've done that. Now what we want to do is we want to reach out and talk to Ken personally. So we're going to launch Salesflow now. There's his email address. We're going to hit next. Now I have a choice of either contacting him on Messenger if he had a Facebook account, LinkedIn, which we know he does have a LinkedIn account, or I can send him an email. So since I'm already sending him a drip email program that I've already launched, I'm going to go ahead and choose LinkedIn. So I'm going to message him through LinkedIn Messenger. Now, the beauty of the system and the artificial intelligence is instead of you having to write a message, the system will actually generate pre-scripted messages for you. All you have to do is personalize them. Here's the one that came up. See, we got a lot of common interests. Hoping to have my network. Pretty soft. Or I can go in the message library and I can choose from several different pre-done messages. And I can select one of those and we can actually use one of those messages. Or, as I've done, in mine, this is not mine, you can actually go to My Messages and you can actually create custom messaging to use and personalize it even more. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the message library and we're going to say, let's see, say we want to book an appointment with them. So we're going to go book a meeting. It's going to say here, I'd like to learn more about what you do, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps next Tuesday or Thursday. Look forward to it. So let's go ahead and check this one. Let's go ahead and book a meeting. I'm going to select. Okay, and then I'm going to personalize it here. I'm going to make it Charles Hale because that's who it is. And then if I wanted to, I could add an attachment. The attachment could be a link to the website. It could be a link to a video about Kaizen. It could be a PDF document that you could have, or a brochure, or it could be almost anything. You could attach that attachment. Now, the wonderful thing about this system is if the person who receives this message clicks on the attachment and opens up and views it or reads it, it will automatically generate to you an email from Nowsite saying that such and such that you contacted opened up an attachment. Right then and there, you want to get on there because now they're a warm lead and say, hey, Ken, I see you viewed my video. What did you think? Let's get together and talk about it. So it automatically connects you. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to send Ken this message. It's going to take me to his LinkedIn account so I can message him by hitting this teal button. Now there's Ken. We can see what he looks like. We can learn a little bit more about him because he's a global financial leader, strategic planning, risk and management. Yeah, this guy is definitely a good candidate. This is what he does. Okay, so we want to connect. Now they don't belong to LinkedIn. I'm setting up their business page this week. But if they were, then I could join. They would have a connection up here and they would connect. So I forgot that they didn't belong to there. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and send this back one more. Launch Salesflow again. Next, this time we're going to email them. Just because we don't have that. Use the same message. Charles Hale. Okay, send. Send them an email. Now it has a scheduler to book up a follow-up. So it automatically defaults in 7 days unless something happens. Our purpose here is to build rapport. How would I do that? Sent email about an appointment. Because in 7 days I'm not going to remember. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and book that. And then Nowsite's going to send you a reminder in 7 days to follow up with that client. And then let's do it again. And it's the same thing. Rinse and repeat. Go up here, get a prospect. We go in there, we just get another prospect. So we're going to do this, edit criteria, get another prospect. Let's launch Salesflow. Oh, it must be something in the targeting again.
Add a company name in there, Steve.
Okay.
Who like Department of Health or whatever, do something in that federal government realm.
Okay, let's just do Department of Health.
They're one of the most difficult leads to try to find.
Well, here they are, Department of Health, Health and Social Care. You can even get it from South Africa. Let's do Department of Health and Human Services. That's DHS. Okay, and let's just make it the United States. Okay, let's go find a prospect. Here you go. Here's Carol, look, or Klavich, or whatever it is here. So we know a little bit about her. Let's go look and view what she looks like in contacts. Okay, she's in Potomac. This is all the information. Like, for example, you see, you get everything. You get phone numbers, you get LinkedIn addresses, you get email, business, and as well as you get other alternative ones, where she lives. So we know that she's 67. We know what her skill set is. We know when she went to school. Again, we can enhance the contact.
Boy, that is amazing. You know, the neat thing about what you do is you're also able to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did. So here's where she works, Department of Health and Human Services. She's the lead contract officer for whatever that is. She's a manager. That's where she lives. And this is where she went to school, what her majors were. and we know exactly what her skill sets are. So she'd be a great client to start a conversation with about whatever product that you'd like to bring her on, Rob, and do that. So
Oh,
that's the
so
power of Salesflow and how the tool works. But more importantly, what Nowsite has done is, besides having this very robust contact management system, here where it lists all your contacts, what list they've been put on, how many you've got. You can sort them. You can do anything. Now, one of the things that they are going to bring on in the next couple of weeks, Tyrone, with their relationship with LinkedIn and also with Gmail, who we use for the emailer system, they are going to allow us to import all your Gmail contacts, your Outlook contacts, and your LinkedIn contacts that you have. And there's going to be able to search those. So, for example, say I got a buddy I haven't seen in 20 years, and I'm looking for somebody in Bitcoin, and I can search him, and he's on LinkedIn, and I haven't talked to him in 20 years. All of a sudden, his profile shows that he's into Bitcoin. I'm trying to
wow.
market Bitcoin. So now I got a guy who's maybe in my my Gmail contacts, in my Outlook contacts, or LinkedIn contacts that got an interest in Bitcoin, and I didn't even realize they were a potential prospect for me. So you're going to be able to do that as well on the platform here in the next couple of weeks. So, and then you can actually go in on any of these, for example, click on any of them, and it brings up, and then if you don't have much information on them, you can run an enhancement on them. So this is the other beautiful thing. So for example, like right here with Milo, all we have right now on Milo is his email address. Let's see what else we can get on Milo. So we're going to go ahead and enhance that contact. Bingo. Now I have Milo's LinkedIn address.
Wow.
So now I can deal with him, and I can set him an email campaign. I can do all kinds of things from here. Now, the next powerful part of the thing is all these marketing tools that you have. So a lot of companies, you deal with either GoDaddy or Wix or WordPress, and you have to buy a URL, and you have to get all that nonsense, and so now we're going to market do a web page, and they charge $100 for just one website or one landing page. On the Nowsite platform, you get unlimited websites and unlimited landing pages. Unlimited. You can build as many as you want. Email campaign. If you have MailChimp or Constant Contact or HubSpot or something else you're using as an email tool, which you're paying maybe literally anywhere from 60 to, depending on your program, to over $100 a month for, this email, we have an email tool that does everything that Constant Contact and LinkedIn and MailChimp does, as well as HubSpot. So for example, you can do unlimited email campaigns attached to unlimited amount of lists in your CRM. You can do newsletters attached to every website. So you can have multiple lines of business, and you can actually run multiple companies off of one Nowsite platform. If you have, and take the option of SMS, you can do SMS texting drip campaigns. You also get a dedicated SMS text number to the platform, so you don't have to use your phone. And you will get all the information via text on the platform where you can chat with the other individuals. We have a social media tool right here that is the equivalent of Hootsuite. And what it allows us to do in using artificial intelligence is, in order for you to post to social media, and it gives you recommendations by the date. Today, in the case of BB Hale, it gave him a quote and an image, but you can actually go into the library, and by type of business, you can curate either articles, videos, or images to build your own stuff, or you can put your own custom videos or content here and post it through to social media, all your social media accounts from one location. So for example, this is insurance. We go to insurance. We click on insurance. Here are literally hundreds of articles that are about different kinds of insurance. They're curated from sites all over the internet. And say, for example, Is life insurance taxable? Well, we can go and read that article by clicking on this little box and arrow. And here's an article about whether life insurance is taxable.
Oh,
So
nice.
somebody that this is of interest to people that you're trying to market to. And using social media, you can build trust with people online and a relationship by giving them information that's reliable. You can do the same thing with videos. So here's
Oh,
different videos on different things that you can use and you can preview before you send it out. So in this case, let's go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go back to search content. We're going to go to insurance again. We're going to go to article, life insurance, is it taxable? I'm going to select, this is going to bring it over into my social media tool. I'm going to associate it with a website, which is going to be the life insurance website. Here we go. And I can change the image if I want. And here, now, I can actually put a form description here. I can actually add different contact fields. For example, let's go ahead and put in the telephone, and let's make it required. Let's also make name required. Okay, and then we can also make it GDPR compliance, which means that they opted in. And when they give us this information to read the article, that information will automatically populate into the list that's associated with this website, and they'll be put into a drip email campaign automatically by filling in this form right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to post. Now, because we can put this, every website has a blog, we're going to put this article on the blog. What does that mean? That helps our SEO ratings. So rates takes our web pages and moves them up in ranks on all the different search engines. So yes, I want to do that. Okay, my blog's done. Now, I have the opportunity here now to all post to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So I would click all those, do that, and then I'd post. Now, they aren't hooked up yet, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and forbid that right now because it takes some time. But literally what it does is you can see I can post really quickly. I don't want to sign in. Stop. But it brings me to my LinkedIn page. And I'm going to go ahead and share in a post. I can put context in here. I can add hashtags. So let's go ahead and add a hashtag. And I'm going to put life insurance. Okay. And the number one that comes up for action on hashtags on LinkedIn today is life insurance agents. We'll click on that. We're going to post. So it's done. So my social media posting is done for the day on LinkedIn. We're going to close that. Yes, we did post. Now my Twitter account's coming up. I am going to go ahead and log in here anyway. Continue as me. Just a post. Okay, there's the article. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and tweet. Yes, it's tweeted. Social marketing's done. Now I actually have a newsletter of 436 people get my newsletter. And I'm going to take that article and attach it to my newsletter. And I'm going to send that article out to 436 people who are on my newsletter right now. Bingo. Done. So I've already taken care of my blog, done all my social media posting, and sent a newsletter out to all of my clients in a period of less than 5 minutes. And as Tyrone said, we also have the ability to do geofencing. And for those of you who are not interested with geofencing, that's actually running ads on the Google Display Network and the social media ad networks using keywords and phrases in a defined radius of geography within a marketplace. You can geofence down to a doorway. So for example, I have several clients who actually geofence the parking lot of their competitors. And any new client who walks through their door, they tag them and they start getting ads from them and doing things. The other thing is if you have existing domains, like a .com or a .net or a whatever, you can actually assign that domain to this site so you don't have to give it up. And then finally, in order to track everything, we have a full suite of analytics that measures everything you do here. Now, this is a new site that just started active the other day, but we posted on social media, and we can start seeing what time of day we get interest for email, websites, texting, for Google Ads. You can see all kinds of things that go on here. So you have a full analytics package as well. More importantly, too, you have a team section. So for example, you can share websites, you can share email campaigns, you can share newsletters, you can share documents, spreadsheets, you can do almost anything back here, social marketing posts, anything you want back here, meeting notes, videos. I mean, almost anything back here. And that way, for example, if we create a team for Broker's Choice back here, and we do these different sites, and say you want to use the Broker's Choice site for a particular product, say it's for federal employees, then you would come back here, you would click on that website designed for that, and all you would do is click here and add it to your websites. Next thing you know, you got your website all set up and ready to go, and all you have to do is change the name and the logos and everything else to personalize it, and you have a full-blown website ready to go. Same thing with email campaigns, newsletters, and everything else. Okay, so Tyro, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, so then the thing is, our reps will contact us, and then we'll be putting some classes together so you could teach them all this. And
Right.
this,
Yeah, we'll be putting things together. In the meantime, I will work with you, Tyrone, and Rob, and whoever else you designate to start building out those websites that you want
okay,
for the different things. And we'll start building email campaigns and newsletters and all the different places. So duplicity is easy, where each agent won't have to worry about that. We'll be able to spend maybe an hour and a half with them, and they'll be ready to go.
done deal. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate it. Now it's just time for us all to get to work, and this is an exciting time for everybody. And I'll be in touch with. Can you turn off the recording? That